Okay, good morning, Lake Orion High School. It's my distinct pleasure, as always, at this time of year, to celebrate the Teacher of the Year Award. For 2021, things this morning will be a little bit different, if you haven't already noticed. Much like this entire past year, things have been a little bit different. In just a moment, we're going to move on to the ceremony. And this year, it's going to be much like a parade. And from what I've told, everyone loves a parade.
Thank you all for being here this morning. And, you know, choosing a Teacher of the Year during the pandemic of the last year is a little bit like choosing a MVP of a championship sports team. Very difficult to do. Thank you to everybody who has done so much for our students and our community in the last year in the classrooms, but also on your computers with all the twists and turns that we've had.
Over the past 23 years, there's a nameplate for each teacher who was recognized as Teacher of the Year. And we actually have 12 of those 23 teachers still in our building, which I thought was awesome. And we'll be adding another great teacher this year. I'd like to recognize our past recipients going all the way back to 1998. We have Mr. Chris Bell. Also recognizing Mr. Roger Smith, Jenna Bendo, Tom Ramito, Carrie Hayes, Jim Manzo, no longer with us, Julia Dalrymple, Jen Howe, Kevin Kopak, Melissa Wilson, Dave Whitaker, Alexa Stone, and this year, you're going to have to wait to find out who that is.
Should we?
Oh, wow. There's a lot of people in here right now. Thank you.
Well, it's my distinct pleasure. I'd like to give you a big hug. We'll do an air COVID hug. But congratulations to Miss Wendy Burns, the 2021 Lake Orion High School Teacher of the Year. Big round of applause. As our staff is probably aware, this year we received just an unbelievable amount of nominations from our community, our parents, from our students, and also from our staff. And this choice of Teacher of the Year at Lake Orion High School is always so very difficult. But what I'd like to share with you is that this year's recipient is someone that I think anyone that has worked with her knows that she is well deserving. When I think of Wendy and the work that she does for Lake Orion High School and for our students, the first thing that comes to mind is how she works so well with some of our students that have the most need and that struggle sometimes with school. And she does just a tremendous job of working with those parents and with those families and also with those students. So I couldn't be more proud, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for all of us.
Congratulations, Wendy. That's from your colleagues in the science department. And one word, class. That's the word that defines Wendy. Everything Wendy does is with integrity, with grace, with dignity, and just no one's more deserving. I think that if you've ever been in Wendy's classroom, the word that comes to mind for me is balance. Wendy is a teacher that's very caring and compassionate with her students, but also pushes them and challenges them to strive for excellence.
A couple quotes that I was reading. I received a book a few years ago from someone. It's called The Teacher's Book of Wisdom. And I was looking through some of the quotes, and I've got three quotes that I think summarize Wendy's performance as a teacher here at Lake Orion High School. So first quote comes from Colin Powell. It actually says, "What could be more important than equipping the next generation with the character and competence they need to become successful?" The second quote comes from the educator John Gardner. "We teach who we are." And then finally from Albert Einstein, "The most important thing is to not stop questioning." So when I was looking at these three quotes, I thought they summarized Wendy's performance as a teacher, a mother, a friend, family member, department member, dragon.
All right, so I'm taking it from first year perspective. Being a first year, starting off in a pandemic, I was excited yet nervous to enter a new school, especially teaching a new subject that I had not ever taught before. Wendy, however, eased my worries right away during the summertime right after I got hired. She was such a warm, friendly person. Immediately, she reached out and provided support when I was hired. She constantly shared resources and allowed me to get my footing the first year, giving me literally the whole curriculum in a binder, saying, here you go, I will help you through this.
This is the other end of the age spectrum right there. So for those of you that are familiar with the science department and the members of the science department, you know that we can be loud, we can be passionate, opinionated, occasionally obnoxious. Our department meetings can get pretty boisterous. And through all of that, Wendy is always the calm duck in the water, the voice of reason, the grown-up in the room. She's never advocating for things that are self-serving. She's always putting kids first. And in a high school with so many high-profile programs, AP programs, honors programs, programs where kids go off and win awards and competition, Wendy occupies the unglamorous world of 9th grade physical science, a graduation requirement for 14-year-olds. She is the Statue of Liberty of science.
Thank you so much to all of those folks that shared kind words. Not only are they extremely appropriate, but very, very accurate. We couldn't be more proud, as I said before, of our 2021 Teacher of the Year. So you have some words, Wendy.
Oh, man, I am completely overwhelmed right now. Thank you, especially to Karen, Haley, and Steve for your incredible words. And I've seen things in the chat, so thank all of you. This is completely surprising, especially in a year when good just didn't seem enough. Thank you so much.
It was very exciting. I was very surprised. It was very nice to hear everything that my coworkers had to say, and this made for a really great day.
As you've been through so many of these with different teachers and sitting in the audience and stuff,
Yeah.
when it's you, is it a total rush? Is it kind of a different feeling?
Huge rush. I'm not necessarily a fan of the spotlight, so it was just a lot, in a year where it was done in a unique manner. It was kind of fun as they were walking down the hallway. All these teacher names were running through my head of who I was hoping would get it. And then they came into my room and it was like, oh, wow, that's me. So it was pretty fun. And as I said, a huge surprise.
And the students, has there been student feedback too?
Yes, it's been fun. I've had students send me chats through Teams. I've had students when they walk into class say hello, and a few other social media outlets, students and parents have contacted me. So that's been really nice.
A lot of times people say that they don't get to the appreciation necessarily while they're going through it,
Right.
maybe at the end when you retire or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But you're getting to hear it in real time. How gratifying has that been?
Oh, it's great. Every year, it's this so fun, even when one student says thank you at the end of class, but to get it kind of all in this one short time frame is just a lot of fun.